right here. You might be looking at this and saying, well, it's just a box. It's actually the engine, as you can see from the front here. So let me just quickly open it up and show you all what's inside. I still have a slight cough, so yeah, if you hear that, don't worry. It's just a pretty nasty cold. See? But here's what the top view of the engine looks like. We have the front panel, and also the lighting's weird because the hanger ain't great for this. So, front panel, fire, air. If the fire is exposed, you don't need air. But because I typically use it inside, you will need an air and an exhaust. And lights are on a push button. And unused. Also a push button. So a little place where you can enter in the coal. You might want to be able to refill it at a station instead of manually, because it eventually despawns and I'm not sure how much time you have. Seriously. But essentially, in the convoluted mess of pipes, we have the outputs to the boiler, or the firebox boiler. The boiler's behind me. Can't even remember right, but the boiler, such a shame. We have the exhaust and the air up top, and then the coolant in and out. This can be air, water, anything that can go in a pipe. Wouldn't really recommend diesel or jet fuel, because why? I have a shut-off valve, so if you want to turn off the engine, you can, with the air right there. Engine has to be boxed in. It's very important, otherwise it will just keep burning your coal. I mean, you could also starve it, but good luck. And then the exhaust comes here, up, down this pipe, and out there. So let's follow the pipes. This is coolant out. Follow this, goes here, pumped into our boiler, which obviously has no internal temperature or textures. So I'm gonna quickly cut this so you can all, well, actually I didn't have to do it that way, but now you can see where all the parts go. We have the in, the out, the water in, with a shut off. Wait, is that what that switch is for? To shut off the boiler. I guess it's like an emergency shut off. Cause like, I wouldn't know why. And why is that there? Whoa. Guess I was gonna do something. Never ended up doing it though. Anyways, so this is where the boiler would have been. Or not would have been, but is. Then we have the turbine. Fun fact, my first mistake with my first steam engine, we had two boilers, one cooler and one 5x5 radiator. Yeah, it's not like you need anything to move. Their textures are similar, but this one has the rings on the outside, and this one on the middle. Don't mix those up. Trust me, it will save you a lot of headaches and redesigns. So, convoluted pipes. Steam out into the turbine, which will then probably spin this way, but that doesn't matter in this game. I have clutch into the wheels, or it's supposed to be for a train, and then clutch into, or just into some generators here. Did I say generators or generators? Neither of those questions are important. Then, it flows here through a pump. I have a slight issue with using pumps a lot in these. You just put that back. And then we have our cooling, which turns our steam into water. You don't need to do this. You can have a massive water tank and just vent the steam, but eventually you're going to run out. And it's better to run out of coal than non-refillable fresh water. Because trust me, seawater would... You'd be lucky if it gets past the boiler for very long. It's going to melt it off. Anyways, I mean, this is just going to become a salt tank. Let's be real. Convoluted pipes. I should have really flipped this. Now I think about it, why didn't I? I guess I didn't know about that function. It's an old thing, okay, when I built this. But essentially, we have coolant in, or no, coolant out into the radiator, and then coolant out of the radiator. Do not fact check me because, oh wait, I was right. It is actually out and then in. Didn't have to do that though. Anyways, so the coolant's here, goes into 2 freshwater tanks, which are awkwardly positioned so it fits. And essentially, I'd say it's pretty simple. Put the roof back on, deselect, and I can show you it running. Now I'm in game. It doesn't matter whether or not the air is opened, because the front's opened. You could put glass here, but it doesn't really matter. But essentially, water flows in and out, moving the heat. This heats up, the water heats the boiler up. The water doesn't boil in the pipes, because, I mean, it's not like this game has any sort of physics, you know. Clearly not. It's not like I could just throw my flashlight and actually... We're not going to talk about that. That was impressive. And essentially, just like that, fire. There's no real point in showing you on the inside, it's just the radiator spinning. And also I can probably throw it like that. So yeah, super simple, pretty loud. But that's fine, you know. Also, what kind of fool would assign lights to a push button? So silly. It's not like the lights will ever stay on now. Yeah, some fool hooked them up to a push button. It clearly wasn't me. And I will never agree to me saying it's me. Anyways, pressure should start developing because it hit 100, and that's probably when water boils. That was a joke. Obviously, this water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. And it said fresh, so I'm really hoping it's distilled. Don't want any seawater in this thing. And get used to this sound, because you'll only be hearing it for the duration of your entire trip. Get very used to it. Anyways, now this massive generator is running. It could also be used to power other stuff, but essentially it's running. It's pretty good on the fuel because it uses coal and has a long burn time. Environmentally, it's venting out the front. Don't say anything about that. And essentially, just a pretty standard thing. Now, if you don't like this loud sound and you want to use something like this, get used to it. You'll hear it a lot, unless you're really, really far away. Then again, you do have to be quite a ways, so I'm hoping you're making quite a large boat, because this will get annoying, even for me. I know, shocker. Alright, so yeah. Hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial. It's much better than when I was sick and I was just like, all the pipes into here and here and comes back out. Yada yada. I'm so sick. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. It was really bad. It was worse day 2. Absolute shame. I'm after this gonna look into reactors and, well, from the depths, I am still learning the weapon systems and protection methods. I'm probably gonna figure out distraction sticks either today or tomorrow. But I'm gonna build a new reactor in Stormworks for last Saturday, and hopefully I have something to show for this Saturday. Because remember, this is a 2-week-old or 2-week pending video. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and remember, I have nothing to say for this. Wow, what a horrible outro. What an absolute horrible outro. And I'm not doing anything about it. Also, don't know why I'm walking away. I need to clean this up. See ya.